Do you want to know if your ex will ever come back? Well, here's a reading where I can answer that question. The secret lies by looking at their element, not just yours, and importantly to look at what the influences in their current thinking and what they're going to do next. Make sure you stick around towards the end of this video because there is a bonus of what you can do to manifest this opportunity from the universe. So subscribe right now and press the bell so you don't miss anything. My name is Anne-Marie. I've been a professional tarot reader for 30 years. Hello everyone, and this is the start of our new element series where we're going to be focusing very much on relationships. The question today is, will my ex ever come back? Hello, so if you are looking at the question, will my ex return, and you are the earth sign and they are water, let's look at what the cards are saying for you. The advice here is from the tarot. There's a lot of smoke screens that's been going on here that's caused you two to be pulling away in different directions, and here's a gap. And will you ever hear from them again? I feel that in the communication here that is possible, that this relationship could have contact from your ex if they are the element of water. If we go into what some of the obstacles have been, it's showing that there was a lot of confusion in this relationship and you weren't pulling together at any point. We've got the Hanged Man here, we've got confusion here with the Seven of Cups. This was big obstacles. And yet in the emotions, I feel that you both wanted this to work. Wanting isn't quite the same as being in the same headspace or seeing the same actions in life taking you both forwards. And I feel though there was a lot of romance and a lot of love here, it certainly looks as if there's some battles going on in this relationship. So from your side here, I feel that you were very strong and I feel that you loved very deeply. And particularly if this was a Scorpio, by the way, I feel that that's very, very strong here. Okay. I also feel the foundations of the cards, the Lovers and the Six of Coins, shows there was quite a lot of give and take. And there was so much to look forward to. But these obstacles here of seeing things differently, I feel that your water sign, particularly if they were Pisces, at times had tendency to be a little bit disappointing and a little bit sort of looking and dwelling on things and making mountains out of molehills. So will you hear from them? I think they've made a big thing here. And if it's Pisces, I don't think you're going to hear from them. But I think they want to hear from you because of the disappointment that's coming up emotionally about the reality of things. They're looking at things through all sorts of fears. So this person is too scared, they're too doubtful, they're too troubled, emotionally that is, in order to contact you. It must come from you. If your ex was a water sign and that water sign was Cancer, here, we've got 5 again, 5 of Coins. Okay, so what's that telling us? Cancerian was completely missing the point, completely going in the wrong direction, blinded, not looking, and here you are pointing things out in an earthy way, trying to tell them, look here, the answer's here. And they're blinkered, they're kind of going, oh no, I'm not looking at that, I'm carrying on and going forwards and doing my own thing. And so I feel there was distractions, but I also feel that this was determination to almost go their own path in their own way. So the Cancerian contacting you is missing the point that they need to speak to you and not make that about material things, because I don't feel it's anything to do with third parties in this case. It's to do with material things. We've got Coins and it's come up in the house of Taurus. Perhaps they want to prove something to you but I don't feel they're going to contact you, and I don't feel you'll hear from them again. Again, I'm going to say, if you want contact, it would need to be you. But I feel they're not listening. I feel they're not seeing, and I feel that they are hell-bent on doing things to get their material security for their home, for their finances in order. There is love. If we look underneath here, you know that you're loved by this person, but it could take a long time. And I don't feel they will ever contact you. I am truly sorry about that. But that doesn't mean they don't want to hear from you. Okay? Now if we look, if you are Earth and your ex is Scorpio, we have it here. This is the Death card representing Scorpio and what is to come. Yes, I do feel that Scorpio will contact you, but this relationship has a gap. Two of Wands. If you want this relationship to work with the Scorpio, you've got to give them space. That's what they want. You give them space, that's fine. When they want attention, give it. It's more on their terms than it is on yours. And I'm truly sorry for that. If I look in the house of Scorpio, which is house here, I feel they're very serious about what they want in their world and very focused about themselves. There's kind of a selfishness here, an aloofness, and very focused on their own world. And even in any partnership, whoever it is, they're going to be somebody that can be a little bit cold, a little bit aloof, and a little bit difficult. If your ex was a Cancerian and you are the Earth sign, here we have some information here on the Fool and the Seven of Coins. Says it all really, doesn't it? Naivety. Seven of Coins. Well, I do feel that, you know, the Cancerian would actually want a new start, but would also look at it as if there was a little bit of a risk going on in a way that they're only prepared to invest so much of themselves. And that investment in themselves is a little bit on the selfish side. It's just who they are. Yes, I feel that things would progress. Yes, I feel that this would be good. And yes, I feel that there could be a new start here. But you've got to understand where they're coming from. They're only prepared to put a small amount into this. The rest is the selfishness of what they want to do for themselves. If your ex was Pisces, here's the house of Pisces and a little bit more information for you. They do want to heal things. In actual fact, I feel that with the Pisces, they really do want, they're stubborn though. This is a card of being stubborn, puffed up, okay? Want to heal things, but you know what, I'm not going to be the one that does that. So you need to be aware. The Pisces message to you is, I want you to heal it. I want you. I'm stubborn. I'm not going to admit anything is wrong. I'm blinkered. I'm burying my head in the sand, delusional, illusions of grandeur, this kind of thing, and stubborn. So if you want this to work, you're going to have to eat humble pie. Okay? So let's have a look at some advice for you. And these are the archetype cards, which I'm shuffling for you, my dear Earth. Let's look if you are Taurus. What advice have we got for Taurus for you regarding your ex and how they see you? So let's look at the archetype cards and see what the archetype cards are actually saying about you and how your water sign sees you. What was the value of you? So if you're a Taurus, your water sign saw you as somebody who really was very giving, okay? You're able to help everybody, and sometimes they feel that you are helping people that don't deserve to be helped, perhaps, there's a little bit of that going on. So perhaps they felt a bit pushed out. Water signs are emotional. They can be jealous. They may not admit it. And so there is a feeling here that you were giving to too many, spreading yourself too thinly, or to people that you really shouldn't be in their opinion. Maybe even in yours. Take note of that. I feel that they saw you as a person of growth, that it was a liberating relationship to be with you, that you were going through some really good growth that allowed them to be independent in the relationship, and that you were able to let go of things that had gone past their sell-by date in your life. There's certainly somebody that was able, with the advocate card here, that you were inspiring, and everything you did, you were very compassionate. So I do feel that you were valued, my dear Taurus. And shuffling the archetype cards, if you're Virgo, what advice have we got for you regarding you and your ex, and how your ex valued, appreciated and saw you? Servant, Knight, Child wounded. Okay, so feels that you are somebody that's very dutiful and delight in being of service and duty to others with a very free and loving heart. The Knight shows that they felt that you were very loyal, very romantic and full of chivalry, very honourable. Wow, big statement there for you, my dear Virgo. But they also see that you have compassion and desire to serve others, particularly those that are hurt or wounded, and that you're very forgiving. So perhaps they're waiting for you to make contact with them, despite any stubbornness that may be coming in there. We're shuffling the archetype cards. If you are Capricorn, what advice have we got for you, Capricorn, regarding this relationship of your ex, and will they ever return? And how did they see you? Did they value you and appreciate you? Or has this become a little bit of an obstacle? So if you're Capricorn with a water sign, your water sign saw you, Capricorn, as somebody who was a judge, a king and a child of nature, balancing justice and compassion, very fair, very truthful, making fair distribution, making fairness and justice part of your judgment, being kind, being truthful. That's how they saw you, and that's who you are. They've picked up that aspect of you. You enlighten them. Very kind, very giving, very charitable, very benevolent, very capable of leading, my dear Capricorn, and so you are. And those around you benefit from you being in charge. How lovely. Also, the advice here is that your water sign enjoyed the child nurture, the friendship, particularly with those of all creatures great and small, not just that, of the relationship you're in. Animals, communication, feeling that there is an absolute love of nurturing and caring for all creatures that are living. So the advice here from the cards, I hope, has helped you to know how they see you, as well as whether your ex will ever return. Now I'm going to shuffle some cards for you that are crystals to give you some advice of how you can heal and best move forwards from this relationship. Moonstone again, and I took that after shuffling. Here we go, that's our second card. Joy and gratitude. So Kunzite and Hiddenite, they'd be very good for you while you're healing. And not forgetting your wholeness coming through here with turquoise. So turquoise would work really well for you, as would the moonstone and kunzite and hiddenite. So these three stones, or one of these, will actually help your joy, your wholeness, and the cycle of life as it keeps completing and changing. Until next time, my dear Earth, thank you for joining me. I do hope this helped on matters of whether your ex will return. So we've looked at it in many different ways. I hope that you found it helpful. Till next time, bye bye.